Hey everyone, welcome to the Carter James. Just doing an evening cattle move. Just rolled the poly wire up, and then we'll come over onto a fresh piece of grass. Really good growth after being hayed first part of July. Here we are, September 2nd. So we'll leave them on this little piece overnight. I've got about 10 lengths of that fence. That's how wide the paddock is, and then it just goes into that fence. So good amount. We got some variety of forages for them here. This is great grass for them. They'll tap this stuff, this longer stuff. I don't know. I'll be real curious to see if they're going to eat this. I don't know if this is ragweed coming up. I'm not totally sure what that plant is, but we'll see if they eat it. We got a little patch of it right here. We're getting some ironweed. The cattle won't eat that. That's pretty prevalent in cattle pastures. I mentioned in a previous video, still some pretty good fly load for September. I know August and September are kind of fly months. The shaggier cattle definitely have more of a fly load. Sweets doesn't tend to get too much on her. Man, she's such a nice girl. Look at her, she's found her some red clover. Yeah, she's going after that. You know, it's interesting, the red clover came on strong in the spring, and if it gets cut, it's kind of making a comeback here. There's some more red clover that grew back. So I thought it might have just been strong through the summer and then gone away, but we actually got some regrowth on it. So you learn something new every day. But a beautiful evening here, starting to cool down at night. It's definitely the heat's definitely broke for the day. We'll get down to the 60s at night, and then all week here we're going to be in the upper 80s. So starting to cool down. Hopefully the flies will dissipate here for the fall as we head later into fall. But their tongues just wrap around that grass and get them a mouthful. Socks, he's just fat. I mean, look at his gut. He's just got great gut capacity. Look at him. He looks like he's pregnant. Looks like he should be carrying a calf, but he's not. He's just got a great big tank on him. He's got a tank on him too, as well as a bunch of flies. I'll have to spray him. You know, for as much fly load as we've had, I'm happy we've not had any bouts of pink eye. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. But we've been feeding them General Mineral, and we've been putting some garlic in there. The research I've done, it sounds like garlic can help keep flies away. Although it doesn't really seem to be working on some of them. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, usually the South Poles don't have a whole lot, but he's got a pretty good load on him right there on these horn flies. They're awful. You know, it's one thing, I don't mind them when they're on their body as much. I hate it when they're all over their face and up by their eyes. So that's why I spray them with that homemade remedy that we have. It doesn't get rid of the flies, it just gives them a little bit of a break. But yeah, they'll graze through this tonight, and then we'll just keep moving them down the pasture. Then we'll take a left and go down, and then we'll start moving back over towards the house and around the back. Let's see what this guy's eating. Let's see if he lets me get close to him. He's pretty shaggy. That's a steer. Yeah, but they've got a good salad bar in here. Walk over their paddock over here. Let's see how much they ate. You know, looking over here, you can definitely tell there's tall grass, and then over here, you get over here. So like I was saying, this is the ironweed. They don't eat that. But you can tell they came through here and grazed it. You might be asking yourself, well, how do you know that? Well, look at this. You see the end of that? How that's not sharp? Like, oh, that's even been grazed. Yeah, so you see how these are all clipped off. Like here, this is what it looks like if it hasn't been grazed. It comes to a point. So all this stuff has been ripped off with their tongue. As opposed to when you come across the fence line over here, all this stuff is all long into a point. That's how you know that grass is ready to be grazed, when it grows back to a point. So had I left them in here for another day or two, they eventually would have eaten every blade of grass that that has a point, and then they would have started going back to all the pieces of grass that they'd already clipped. So there's still stuff they could have eaten in here, but again, that's part of the rotational grazing. We want to move them even when there's stuff left. As we come into the fall here, we're trying to leave some residual so we can graze this even through the winter time here. So yeah, but they did a good job of eating this down, and hopefully we'll get some moisture here in the fall and still grow some of this back. Let's see how they did on this longer grass. Yeah, see, it's always interesting to me. So you can tell somebody ate that and took a bite out of that, and they left these. So only eating part of the plants. This one got grazed. You know, this is perfect because they took about the top third off of that, didn't graze it all the way down, so we should get good regrowth in here. Beautiful sight watching them graze. So I just want to show you one of our paddock moves. This is a simple one, and we'll keep moving them. So thanks for watching. Love you guys' comments. Appreciate all of you that have subscribed over the last 30 days as we're just kind of starting to document our journey of getting into ranching. Love the comments. Appreciate you guys. I always love hearing what you're into. So feel free to subscribe so you can see when we get new videos, either full videos or some of our shorts. We've been doing some different stuff with Coda, our livestock guardian dog. He's a fun guy. The sheep are good. We got a small flock of sheep. I'm looking forward to growing the sheep flock and the cattle herd. So yeah, it's always exciting. So appreciate you guys for subscribing, hitting the like button, and thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed evening.